Howdy. So today, I figured I'd just shoot. We're back here working on the green. I did a video yesterday about adjusting your phosphorus. If you haven't seen that one, make sure you go look at it. This one, the phosphorus level is actually really high on it, and I think it comes from a lot of the sand that we're using on it, and bees. So anyways, we're gonna cut this with a reel mower. Excuse me. Then we're going to spike aerate it, and then we're gonna push sand all over it to get it into those holes. Now in the greens, when you typically aerate a green, you aerate and then you fill it because you want those sandy holes to drain. You want good drainage on it. So if you want to watch this because there ain't crap on Netflix. Hit subscribe, and here we go. I'm being kind of trusting here. This is his first time mowing the green. Go ahead. So go ahead and move that mower out of the way so we can get the thing fired up here. The thing, aerator. Okay, so today we're using the plugger, but we're using the small spikes on it. I'll put a link to this unit. Now you can change out small spikes, big spikes, and then core aeration. Not too many people are going to buy their own aerator. But as much as we use it around all the yards, it's already paid for itself. So I'll try and find a link and put one in it. But I'll tell you right now, good luck finding one because they're all out of stock. I mean, people get their government checks and they're buying aerators, I guess. So anyways, I'll fire it up and we'll go from there. Okay, so I'm just going to start her up and go. Now, I had my second vaccine shot yesterday, so my lines might not be straight. You have to bear with me. Anyways, so now we've gone this way, and now what we're going to do is we're going to turn and go the other way. So instead of having 10,000 holes, we'll have 20,000 holes inside this green. So the nice thing about using spikes, oh man, is that it doesn't interrupt play. So you'll see a lot of golf courses during the season actually use spike aeration. The same thing with your lawn. You don't have to pick up cores. The only thing it doesn't do is it doesn't relieve compaction. So the spike goes in and spreads a hole, but it doesn't pull a core that will relieve compaction. But that's not our goal here today. Our goal is to open this up and give it good drainage. So when we get a lot of rain or watering, it can go down in, the nutrients will go a little bit deeper. So, but I can hit a golf ball across this. We just double spiked this whole green. And if I just give it a medium tap, I mean, it'll go all the way across. So, like I said, this is a great way that a lot of golf courses do this where it won't interrupt play. So I've got a few bags of play sand that Ryan's going to bring down. And then I've also got a pile of the leveling mix that we had in our last leveling video. I have a little bit of that. So we're going to use a little bit of both. We're going to put it out and then we're going to rake it and get it into the holes. Okay, so we've got 4 bags of that white sand. We might have more up there.
We have like 6 or 7.
I just don't know how good that sand is up there, that old sand.
Some of it's, we have 5 new bags.
Okay, well we probably want to use, the white sand is the play sand that you can get from Lowe's. And then this is that leveling. Let me show Ryan what I want to do. Remember, leveling mix is about 70-30 organic matter and sand. So this is the leveling mix. Brian, dump a little white sand on there. And you can see the difference. Pure sand versus sand with organic matter. All-purpose premium sand, play sand, landscapes. Get it at Lowe's, Home Depot. So I have a 48-inch leveling rake, and they're really hard to find. You can get a 30 or 36 pretty easy, but I like to use my 48 here. And I'm just going to keep raking it and get this sand in the hole. So just like our other leveling video, does this look familiar? The front yard looked just like this. So you can see where we constantly ride over this with a reel mower, and then we also cut it this way, but you can see where the sand is deeper inside of those track marks. And it's very, very sensitive because we're using this really fine sand. So it's 2 days later? 2 days later. I got a Jack Russell chasing chipmunks over here. Yesterday we had a incident, by the way. My pool, I came out here and the pool had drained about 5,000 gallons. So I kind of freaked out. I didn't know where it was leaking from. And I thought it might be the light that's corroded over here. But this is an old pool. This pool's been here, gosh, at least 12, 14 years. And it's time for a new liner, but there was a little dimple down on the bottom and it had popped. And man, that had drained. I was freaking out, man. I had to figure out what to do. So I ended up patching it, filling it, and then I've got an appointment to have a new liner estimate come in. So there's another, what, $4,000 probably. Have a new liner put in. Doesn't stop. So here's the green about 2 days later. I did do a light spray treatment on it of super juice kind of spray with a wetting agent in it. But then I just got in my PGF Complete 1608. So a lot of people have never seen it, and it's the same as PGF Complete, except that it doesn't have any phosphorus. So it still has your 2% iron, three different types of micros, 3 different types of nitrogen. This green pellet right here is methylene urea, which is a really expensive form of nitrogen actually. So I came out here with the little hand spreader, and since I only put the low phosphorus on this, and I came out and spread it, and it's kind of hard to see because you got all that sand out here, but you could see some of those particles in there. So I put a pretty decent coat on here, and it's small enough. This is why we call it a golf course quality fertilizer. And the reason why we call it a golf course quality fertilizer is not only the quality of the product, but the SGN, which is the particle size. It's extremely tiny, great distribution, and you can actually put it on a putting green and not interrupt play. So this is actually all set to go. Again, I'm just gonna kind of leave it alone for a little while. I might have to bump up my blades about 1/16 of an inch because I've got a lot of sand on here, but I think it'll come out nice. So anyways, guys, that's about it. Talk to you later. Die.